Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you very much for joining me for the daily 10-minute update. For those that don't have a lot of time to keep up with the market, that's what my channel is for. I'm here to give you all of the information that you need to know to stay caught up in just 10 quick minutes. If you enjoyed my content, make sure to hit the like and the subscribe button to support me. So let's jump into it. We're going to talk about the daily and the key levels of resistances that have been kind of holding Bitcoin back from making these gains. And then we're going to talk about the chandelier exit, support volatility. Then we're going to talk about the inflows of Bitcoin to the spot ETF and how it's slowed down. Then I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of the Elliott wave count. So let's talk about Bitcoin right now and what's been stopping it from rallying a tremendous amount thus far. If you take a look at Bitcoin over here, you're going to see that over the course of roughly 49 days, the 6-hour time frame has been traditionally the best time frame because of the chandelier exit support. For those that are unfamiliar with it, the chandelier exit is a support volatility indicator that's showing you how the volatility has been trending. And if the volatility breaks, it changes from green to red, as you can see it change here. So we try to hunt for the time frame that has the best solid green line that has supported the entire trend thus far. So for this particular trend over 49 days, we see that the 6-hour time frame was by far the best one. And now you can actually see it break over here. And ever since we broke, it's now been roughly 10 days. So because it held for a solid 49 days, you can safely say that this is going to be a key resistance for it to break. And if you take a look back on a higher time frame, you can kind of see it sort of squeeze into here where it's creating higher lows. So this is the big question of, is it going to actually lead into a breakout where it's wedging right now between the chandelier exit indicator and also the creation of these higher lows. So until this breaks, which I really doubt that it will for a while, I expect a solid level of consolidation for the next few weeks even. I just cannot see Bitcoin breaking above or below in a significant way until something is proven otherwise. Although one thing I will talk about is the price action of Bitcoin and how for the past 5 days, the previous 4-day candle formed a huge hammer candle, which was actually very impressive. Every time we form these types of green bullish hammer candles, it always shows that the market is bullish because every time the bears have tried to push it to the downside, we got a rejection. And even though this has only been 1 day into the next 4-day candle that we're at right now, we're actually seeing a higher low already. Now the question is, will this actually end up holding? And right now we found a reasonable support around the $42,000 range, or excuse me, around the $62,000 range. And we see that this was a great apex that it formed. And with it being a great apex, there's a possibility of a huge bounce, which it proved to be true. If this ends up breaking the $61,000 range roughly, it's very likely that we're going to drop to the 4-day chandelier exit indicator first. This would be around the $57,000 region. The ATR, the measurement of the volatility, is always a great gauge to see if we're going to hold true to it or if it's going to break. And then if this $57,000 region breaks, the next one would be on the weekly chandelier exit indicator over here at $54,000. So we can see that despite this large drop occurring on the weekly candle, we did get a huge rejection going down of over 11%. Now, to catch everybody up with the Elliott wave count that I have since the beginning of 2023, the Elliott wave count breaks this into a possible 1 right there. And with it breaking to a 1, it's clearly showing us that there's a possibility of us forming a 4th wave right now, and a highly likely 5th wave could begin sometime. So this is my count over here. And in my opinion, this is a very accurate count. Many people might have argued with me and said before that this is a 4 and a 5. But the thing about this scenario is that the first, second, third, and fourth wave, see the fifth wave, it's gone parabolic. which means that this would be the first wave right here overall. A first wave never behaves in this type of structure. We usually see the parabolic moves only in the third type of structure or the fifth. And then now we see that there's only a 1, 2, 3, and the 4 that has formed so far. So I believe that this is the fourth wave correction forming, and 3 is likely, the big 3 is likely to finish extremely soon. So I can't see it dropping a lot further than this. $54,000 would be the absolute low that it would drop. And if it actually did fall to the $54,000 range, we see that it's slightly above the golden ratio region. I mean, the worst case scenario would be falling back to 52K. But in my opinion, I just can't see that happening. We've already retraced down to the 236 Fibonacci level here. We retraced to the 382 Fibonacci level. So that's a fairly reasonable place of a support, especially in a bull market. So my Elliott wave count, it says that we have a lot more to go. So for those that are not into crypto yet, please understand that after the Bitcoin halving event, there is a period of accumulation. And this is where a lot of investors for retail and institutions, they come into the market. And when they do, it's probably the last chance that anybody will be able to get into crypto at a reasonable price. I've seen two major bull markets before, in 2017 and in 2021. And trust me when I tell you that during the halving period in 2016 and in 2020, there was always a small period of accumulation for a few months. And that was the best time to get in. Now, don't take this as financial advice, but this is just based off of history and what we have seen before. So in my opinion, if you want to get into crypto now or very soon is going to be your final opportunity to get in. And make sure that you're heavily diversifying in your portfolio. Don't just put all of your eggs into one basket. For example, myself, I'm carrying about 20 different coins here. I'm carrying Bitcoin and Ethereum, obviously, and then layer ones, layer twos, DeFi, GameFi, AI, and also meme coins. The meme coins that I hold, they're more so for fun, and they don't even account for more than 1.5% of my entire portfolio. And then I carry AI coins, RNDR, Arkham. These guys are gonna, they're great for now, but there will be many more coins that are gonna be added to it because new coins will pop up later in 2024, 2025. So a lot of people might be bearish right now because of some things. If you're taking a look at the data for the spot Bitcoin ETF, you can see that ever since the beginning of this year, it just started to completely go to the upside. But what we're noticing for the spot Bitcoin ETF volume is that it's slowly diminishing. So you notice how early in the year it was picking up, and then February, March, right? They picked up significantly over these weeks. But you can see that the volume is a little bit lower nowadays. And then you can take a look at this chart as well. This is the spot Bitcoin ETF inflow, which shows how much coming in versus going out. And unfortunately, for the past 5 days now, we've had a net negative of outflows versus inflows. So this just might mean that it's slowing down a little bit, but you got to think about Bitcoin for the long term. So right now, Grayscale and BlackRock, they have a tremendous amount of crypto, and just wait till these institutions end up flooding into the market. Not only that, we got to understand that interest rates are being lowered right now. And because interest rates are being lowered, that also means that the money printer is going to be turned back on with quantitative easing. So the reason why we had this interest rate rise is to prevent people from borrowing money or even spending more money in general. So if you wanted to, for example, open up a business, or if you wanted to get a loan to renovate your business, or to even buy a car or a house, you couldn't do that because the inflation was too high. So to curb that, what they do is they also raise the interest to prevent people from spending. And then over a period of time, right, eventually the interest rate goes back down, there's quantitative easing, and then people are able to borrow more money again. People are able to purchase, they have more purchasing power, and then the money printer is turned on. And the reason why this is significant is because we need money to be able to grow the crypto market. There needs to be new money coming in for us to inject it into the crypto market. And without this inflow of money coming in, we're not going to get a gigantic rally. And if we've actually seen every single time there's been an interest rate hike versus how Bitcoin was performing, they're literally parallel to each other. So when the money printer turns back on, usually during the federal election year, which is 2024, you're going to see a gigantic rise in crypto and money being injected into the market. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a super quick rundown. And other than that, the Bitcoin bot of mine, or the bot of mine in general, it's performing very well. Every few days, I reset it. The elite group members of mine in the Discord group, I have an elite tier. They actually get access to this bot and how it's programmed. And right now, it's making me on a $20,000 account, it's making me anywhere from like 1 to 3% in a pretty good market. Even in a bad market, it loses money, but as soon as a good market arrives, it ends up outperforming the bad market. So this is really cool that I actually spent a few hundred hours customizing this bot, and I taught my Discord group exactly how to make this bot. So if you guys are not in my Discord group yet, you can sign up for $35 a month. The price was actually reduced from $50 to $35. Not only that, if you want to get into my elite tier group, I only allow 10 people a month to join. That's it, just 10 people, guys. And right now, 6 slots are already reserved for April. So you get a lot of cool things such as my advanced volatility and range scanner. It's my indicator that helps you find a coin to trade almost immediately. You get access to the new AI indicator and also confirmation courses of mine. That's like 25 hours. It's stuff that you've never seen me talk about before on Discord or publicly, because the group is so exclusive that there's only a little over about 130 members in it right now. And that's why I only let about 10 people join a month. Not only that, you're going to get access to how to create this bot as well. So if you really want to take your trading, and especially if you're interested in my bot and what it does, I'm not trying to tell you it's going to replace your day-to-day trading, but it's definitely something to supplement it, and it's a very fun project. So DM me, guys. There's only 4 slots left for April for the elite tier group, and I look forward to seeing you next time. If you enjoyed my content, make sure to hit the like and the subscribe button, because I will make sure I respect your time always and never waste it. Have yourselves a great day, and thank you for watching. Bye now.